What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all holding up in these streets? Hey, Desiree. How you doing? Let me tell y'all something. I'm over it already. It's just day 2. And I'm over it. Not so much as like the kids, but just in general of like everything. Like the food situation, like, but people are cleaning off the shelves, and by the time I get money to go to the store, honey, I'm just hoping and praying that there'll be something that I could grab and add, because this is just crazy. And just staying in the house since I have a 9-month-old and I have asthma. Yes, ma'am, you need to definitely stay in the house. I'm going to need you not to go out anywhere. I'm going to need you to have people do everything for you, okay? Let's keep that baby and you safe. But, the kids, hey, mama. The kids have gotten their school packets. My son has to do all his work on the computer, which is whatever. But the way that they have these meals set up, okay, so they have the meals to where you have to go and get them, okay? Y'all know I ain't got no car. I said, now, well, wait a minute. Did y'all think about the people who don't have transportation? Did you think about the families who possibly can't get out there to go get this food? Did y'all think about any of that stuff? I don't know. I kind of feel, and maybe this is just me, I kind of feel like the government is just like, are they really thinking about the bottom, okay? The non-middle class people, okay? Are we even thinking about that? Because this is crazy. I mean, thank God I have a laptop at my house so the kids can do work. But what about the kids who don't? Like I said, I have plenty of rice and beans, okay? Rice and beans. But I am going to still have to go to the store eventually, and I don't know what this is going to look like. Rice and beans is going to be a meal, mama. Child, you already know. But it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. I have some bread. Of course, we have water. I mean, if your sink works, you got water. But, I don't know. I'm making it work right now. Every time I had, one of my old coworkers called me and they had went out to the stores and she's like, girl, the shelves are empty. Like, empty. Hey, Dawn, the shelves are empty. And I'm just like, the people that are on, food stamps and stuff like that, like any other time, during like hurricane season and all of that stuff, they was releasing this stuff early. They was giving you 2 months in advance, but now they're not doing none of that. And I'm just like, well, wait a minute. This is more of a disaster, as I call it, because the way these people cleaning off these shelves, than what happened with the hurricane and everything. So why are we not dropping this stuff so people will be able to go to the stores? But nope. Okay. I should go live, and catch all the adventures. Honey, they got, the people that got stuff hoarded up ought to be ashamed of themselves, because there's literally people out here that can't get to anything. I just say to anybody, if you're a couponer, you know what I'm saying, and you stock to the gods, if you have people around in your neighborhood that have not been able to go and get, please help those people out, because the people that actually have the money to go in and clean out stores, it's not leaving much for the people that do not have the money to go and pile up on everything. You know, that's a little crazy, okay? Luckily, my husband is military, so we go shopping at the commissary, but they were also emptying out fast as well. Yes, they've shut down a base here too, so they're probably going through the same thing over there. I'm just a regular civilian, so I'm just a regular smuggler, lower line civilian, okay? Try the dollar stores. I got eggs, bread, cheese, and milk yesterday. I'm going to try. I have to walk, okay? Because, again, I don't have a car, but it's right across the street. So, probably later on when my husband gets home from work, I will try to walk across the street and see what I can get and what I can pick up. Strap up with a book bag, honey, and truck it. It is what it is. Like I said, right now I do have, you know, some things. But the way that they're talking, having the kids out for like the next 8 weeks, that's going to get a little tricky, okay? That's going to get a little tricky. I'm trying my best to I'm like, do not go in my kitchen. Let me try to fix everything, you know what I'm saying, so I can ration everything out, because that's what's going to have to happen. FYI, if you have a Costco membership, you can get your groceries delivered. I got delivered. I do not have no Costco, no Sam, no nothing. I don't have none of those. I don't have any of those. But I'm just like, hopefully, I mean, you know, this should be okay. Right now, I'm okay. I'm not in panic mode, okay? I have some things. But I am going to need to restock, okay? I am going to have to do that. But if people keep being greedy, like, please, if you go in the store, do not go and be greedy, because other people need things too. You know, people are being crazy out here. They're fighting over stuff. They're, you know, because people just overload and they're not caring about the next person. If I got 6 goddamn things of toilet paper in my car and the person behind me don't have one, I mean, come on, people. Come on. Let's not be like that. That's crazy. Ridiculous. You got a whole cart full and, you know, the people behind you don't have nothing. I mean, come on. I'm going to need for America at this point in time to not be selfish. That's what I'm going to need. Okay, well, my husband at work, of course, like I said, his hours have been cut, okay? He didn't work yesterday. He works today. He doesn't work the day after that. They're trying to get their hours in, but it's a little difficult because they can't have more than a certain amount of people in the house at one time. And because they cut the actual day program, which is where, you know, the first shifters get their hours and then the second shift, you know, second shift people get their hours, and you were able to have more people in that program, you can't do that. So now they've had to cut some stuff back. We can only have this amount of people in the house. And if you got like 6 clients in the house, you're not going to be able to get a whole lot of workers in the house with the clients. So yeah, it's you know, it is what it is right now. we gonna push through, okay? We gonna push through. Hey, Dream Cake, how you doing, honey? We're gonna push through. Right now, he's getting some hours, but we don't know. Like, I think they're telling like the light bill places and people, you know, places like that they can't cut out people's stuff. But that's not to say that when this is over, they're not going to say, give me my money, because we all know how the businesses work. So most likely, it doesn't matter if you can't pay it or not. They might not cut you off right now, but eventually, they're going to be like, give me my money. They're not going to waive anything. So I'm like, no, we need to make enough to at least keep that stuff paid, because I don't need that stuff piled up on me in the next couple months. I don't care what they talking about giving $1,000. Like, really? And then I was hearing that, Jay, did you finish your work?
take that long to do 7.
He's supposed to be doing his work. But I was hearing that they were... No, your Yaya's on here too, so she can see you.
Hey, Yaya.
They were saying like the daycares. They was like, well, we're not closing daycares because our workers have to get to work. So I'm like, okay, you thought about your workers, but what about the people who can't afford daycare that actually depended on the school system? Which again is not your people that make a lot of money. So right now I feel like they're catering to the upper class, okay? If your kids are in daycare, your kids are good. You know, you can still drop your kids off and still be able to go make your money. But that's only if you have enough to do that. Right. Bills. And it's a setup. I feel like you want those payments. Yeah, it's a true setup. So I just tell everybody to be careful and be mindful and do not let that stuff pile up. Okay, because I don't believe that they're going to give anybody a break. Okay. It's just me. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I do feel like a lot of times with the government, the bottom class does get separated from the top class, okay? And in this particular incident or this particular epidemic, the top class is getting separated from the bottom class. It just is what it is. I had to stop taking clients till the 31st. See? Yeah. I just hope that don't go opening up new credit cards either. Oh, I'm not doing none of that, honey. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. It is what it is. This has the potential to send the U.S. into another depression. It actually does. And who it's going to affect more is going to be who? The lower class people. It's not going to affect the ones that got all the moolah. Okay? It's going to affect the ones that don't have the moolah, because we're going to be the ones that's sitting here worried about how we're going to pay this bill and how we're going to pay that bill, because they've closed the dining rooms in the restaurants. So if you're not going through the drive-thru or you're not taking out, that cuts people's hours too as well, because you don't need that many people if you don't have to have nobody working the front. And you think about all your just regular smuggler people that's working like at these restaurants and McDonald's or whatever. Hey, boo-boo.
Mom, I don't have the space to do my team. But they're playing basketball. Yeah, because it's my space.
Go in your playroom.
I said it's not.
Move your stuff out the way so you can play in there. Yes, the waitresses, again, all those poor folks. I do nails, so I'm just going to restock my supplies until then. Honey, no Jesus, no worries. Exactly, Mom. Do we need a Bible study in here? I've been reading my Bible this morning. I did that before I started my day because I got 3 kids in here that I got to make sure do work on 3 different levels up in this house. Which I did vlog a little bit of that for you guys this morning to kind of show like what's going on in my household and how they're having to do things. I'm pretty sure, probably some other people my kids got packets, and then my son's middle school, so all his work is online. Mom trying to have Bible study. My mama's always having Bible study. I can call my mama on the phone right now. She be ready to open her Bible and let's go. Okay? Me and my mama, we be having Bible study. When I call her, she will be telling me if it's something I need to hear, she's going to tell me. If it's something I need to watch, she's going to make me watch it. She sends me podcasts every morning. Every morning, my mom, at 6 o'clock in the morning, I know if my phone going off, it's my mama. And she's sending me a podcast to listen to, which I do have to listen to later. She gonna send it to me every morning without fail. Without fail. She don't miss a day. She don't miss a day. She would every morning. She sends it to me and my husband and probably a couple other people, but she does it every single morning. Reading and letting it fall on fertile ground is different. Absolutely, Mom. We know this. We know this. Absolutely, Mama. Absolutely. You are blessed to have your mother. Yes. Yes. Because not everybody has a mother like that cares that much. I am absolutely blessed to have my mom. Absolutely blessed. Thank you, Dawn. She is special in a lot of different ways. She is special. They need to send the troops home next. I don't understand why they haven't done that yet. Well, you know what? They might not have done it because because of all the different things that are quarantined and this, that, and the third, they might be a little iffy on what can happen with bringing everything back in. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if they're already overseas, they might be a little bit, scared of that. Bye, Mama. I'm going to listen to your podcast you sent me, okay? I got you. They have them on lockdown. No movement right down. Yes. And see, my best friend is in Germany. If you've been in my chat before when she's been in here. She is in Germany. And they're on the same thing. Lockdown. Kids are out of school. They got all their work at home. They sent all their books home. My sister's in Charlotte. And Charlotte actually took one step further, okay? They didn't send home packets. They sent home the tablets and the computers to make sure that the kids could do their work. Now, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Because they for sure didn't do that here. But Charlotte did that. I was like, what? They sent home the tablets and the computers too? But they did. Which is good because, again, there are certain families that can't afford that stuff. And you got to be able to make sure that the kids get their stuff done. So if they had it, they sent it. Your daddy said, what is he, chopped liver? You haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to tell daddy to have several seats. I'm going to call. Hey, Papa. Daddy, you're not chopped liver. I love you, Daddy. Your grandson said, hey, Papa. I'm sitting up here going through my cabinets and he is jealous. My daddy, he has his place, okay? My daddy has his place. He has his place within us as well. I'm going to need him not to be jealous. But I was going through my cabinets to kind of see what I have, what I don't have, what I need, what I am going to need. I'm going to need to write a list. Yeah, said, hey. Hey, yeah. And right now I'm having a hot flash, okay? It is very, very hot in here. I'm about to die. But I'm not trying to cut on no air, y'all, because I say I'm trying to keep this bill as low as possible. So what I'm about to do is go get in front of my fan because I'm trying to keep everything low. Go to your room, Tashawn. You're doing too much. Go to your room. Go to your room. You're just a little bit too hyper right now, and we're not doing that. Black what? This is what's going on here, trying to organize and figure out some meals. Yes. Send him to you. How you gonna get him with the coronavirus? Send him straight to your house if I could. If I had a car, I'd drive him down there and drop him off. Hunty. All he need is a computer. You want him, come get him. Come get your grandson. Come get him. Yeah, I have to organize. I have to figure out my meals. I got to see what I got, what I don't have, you know, all of that stuff. I have a huge box of canned food sitting at my floor because one of my coworkers, my ex coworker, because of course I don't work, but back when I was working, she's like a mama figure here, and she would get all this food, and she would give it to me all the time. So she would give me like a box of canned food and bags and bags and bags of rice. I told her today when she called me, I said thank you, okay, because right about now, all of that stuff is coming in handy, okay, because I'm about to go through all of it and sort it out and see what I have and what I don't have. Macaroni virus is too much, Ma. And I got one sick in here, so she's in there laying down, her stomach hurts. I always keep a turkey and a ham in the freezer, but those sizes are slim. Girl. What? I got some salmon in there just in case. Because my kids don't really eat it like that, so it's like one of those last minute things. I have some stuff in my deep freezer. Some things in my deep freezer. But like I said, I got size. But my kids are picky. And this is the thing. I've been looking at them now like you cannot be picky in this particular time, okay? Because you might not be able to get what you want. And I have my flour and I have my cornmeal and I got a big old thing of oatmeal underneath my cabinet, so that'll come in handy. Depending on how long we're gonna be locked down like this. Who's sick? See how much you share with your mama? Destiny her stomach just hurt. She don't have a fever or nothing, Ma. Her stomach just hurt. So she's in there laying down in her bed. But she did a lot of work yesterday, so I told her she was fine. She's absolutely fine. No panic, okay? I wanted salmon, but when I saw that $8 underneath, the devil is like, not $8. Not $8 down for some salmon. Seriously. See, I have that old-fashioned salmon in a can, okay? You know, the one that you have to pick through to get all the bones out, and then you make your little salmon patties with it. That's the one that I have, okay? And that's why it's one of my last-minute meals, because don't nobody want to do all that. I don't be want to do all that. Tuna in a can. I have no tuna. I have no tuna. I just have salmon. I have no tuna. I have black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans. I have green beans and some corn. I got some fruit, but no tuna. I have no tuna. And probably ain't gonna be able to find none either. And a big old bag of grits, because y'all already know what's up. And if them ever go back on the shelf, I'm gonna grab like 2 more of those. Because grits is that one thing that will fill them children up. Get you a bowl of grits, you good to go. And I really do need to go get my buttermilk so I can make biscuits. Because that's one of those other quick things that you don't need a lot for. Biscuits. Good old homemade biscuits. Bye, Mama. Love you. Well, I just wanted to pop on here and just check on everybody and make sure everybody is doing okay during this crazy time. Make sure everybody's straight, you know what I'm saying? I should do a video on how to make homemade biscuits. I might pass that one off to my daddy. I might do a video. It's 2 different ways you can do it, but I might can do that video. But I really just wanted to check on everybody. I want to make sure everybody's straight, everybody okay, everybody safe, everybody got enough, everybody good, you know. That's the major thing right now, is to make sure everybody's doing okay. We are going to make it through this, okay? We are definitely going to make it through this. I can't make a biscuit to save my life. Dawn, I know that's not true. Come on now, Dawn. I know you know how to make them biscuits. And see, my daddy makes what they call cat head biscuits. So it be them big, huge biscuits that's the shape of a cat, well, the size of a cat head. Them things be good though. And I grew up around that though, because my grandmother would make, I don't even call her my grandmother. I don't even know why I'm calling her that now. My Nana used to make biscuits, homemade biscuits. And they would always be a bowl of homemade biscuits on her table. Every time. You can count on it. And now I'm just trying to remember how she taught me how to make them homemade pancakes. Because when I lived with her for a year, before she passed away, I had lived with my Nana for a year because I was down there helping take care of her. And she would make homemade pancakes, big, huge homemade pancakes. Yo, they used to be so good. I can make yeast bread, but I couldn't find any yeast. Now, so I don't know how to do that. But I can make some biscuits and some cornbread, I can tell you that. Do you eat fried bread? I've never had that. I've never had that. We're going to need to share some secrets, okay? Anybody that know how to cook those cheap little meals, I'm going to need to see all of that. Hey, Queen Diva. Please don't let your kids drive you crazy, honey, while they at home with you, for those that do have children home with them. Don't let them drive you up the wall, honey. I know my fan was probably loud, y'all, but I really had to. I was pretty hot. I have a fan right beside my bed because I can't take it. Indeed, we are all trying to make it. All of us together. We are going to make it. That we are. Stay in prayer, honey, because this is when y'all don't be playing around. Y'all better stay close to Jesus, okay? And I mean that. Stay close to Jesus, because I know I'm right next to him. Hey, Jesus, how you doing? And he'll be right there. Through all of this. So you won't panic. So you won't have any of that thing going on. My door is open as wide as I can get it. I can't leave my door open wide because my screen door don't quite close all the way, and my dog, y'all know good old Bella, will take off running out the house. So yeah, we can't do that. But I have 2 fans in my room. Like my kids, they fine, but me, I stay hot. Yes, Dawn. Amen to that. Stay close to Jesus. Otherwise, you'll be panicking or sitting somewhere, just not knowing what to do. And making sure that your kids do their work. I know we're not used to making sure that they get this stuff done during the day, honey, but I've been trying my best to play teacher. And principal at the same time, because my son be wanting to act a little cray. So I have to bring out the principal side, like, you got one more time. See the difference between me and the principal, though, okay? You better act like you got some sense. But trying to keep them straight and trying to make sure that they get their work done. That's important. So I've been trying to do that. I eat ice when I get hot. I'm not an ice eater. I just like to get underneath my fan. And I stay in some clothes, like something I don't have to have a light on. Like right now, I just got on my little nightgown. That keeps me pretty cool. That's what I've been trying to do. Yes, Dawn. And about to give me a whole heart attack. At one point, my husband said August. I said, what? That's like next school year. So you mean to tell me you about to leave these kids at home with me? And I have to make sure they do all their work for the rest of the school year? Jesus help us out. Okay, because, woo. We've been trying to listen, and I've been trying to watch and listen as much as possible. The only good thing about my husband having his hours cut is he's kind of here to kind of offset some of this stuff. Because if I had to be here by myself, back when he used to work all day, I'd probably be sitting here bugged out. But yesterday, honey, my husband tried me yesterday. Y'all, let me tell you what my husband did. So he go to the school, because the school is literally right up the street. You can walk to the school. So he went up there to go get the kids their packets, okay, for my daughters. And he come home and he's like, listen, here's the packets. Here's what they have to do. I said, okay, fine. So I'm in there trying to get them, get your packets. Let's do some of the schoolwork that you have to do for the day. Where my husband go? He brought his happy butt back here in the room and decided that he was going to get on the PlayStation. I went back here. I said, excuse me, sir. Okay. I got not one, not two, but 3 kids in here that I'm trying to help out and make sure that they get their work done right. You're not about to be back here on the PlayStation. You might as well get your butt up and get on out here and help me. He really lost his mind. Oh, you thought you was going to play on the game and leave me to do all the teaching? No. Because when you go to work, I have to do it anyway. So you better get on out here. Stop playing with me. I'm turning myself in for real on the next year day. No. I'm pregnant and these kids doing their work is working my last nerves. Queen, I can only imagine because yesterday I was trying like, it's easy if all your kids are in the same grade. But of course your kids are not going to be in the same grade. So I got a 6th grader, a 4th grader, and a 1st grader. So I'm trying to like jump from one thing to the other. And then some of the stuff that they put in the packet, like taking nature walks and stuff like that. I'm like, do you know where we live at? Okay. Do you know where we live at? Like, all right, well, you know what? Mama's going to have to make this work or make volcanoes at home. We barely got any food, let alone supplies to do all that kind of stuff. Like y'all was tripping. I don't know what kind of household y'all thought y'all was sending this work home to, but this ain't it. I was looking at some of that work like, you want us to do what? Did y'all even think about this stuff before y'all put it together? Or y'all just threw this together and was hoping that everybody would have all these supplies at home? Because they have like science they have to do. Then they have their math. Then they have their reading. I'm just glad all my son's work is on the computer because my girls, woo, child. High school, junior high, and preschool. Oh, queen. Yeah, see. But at least the high school, they can kind of do they work themselves. Junior high, my son only needed help probably like once or twice. Not really. You know what I'm saying? But my 2 elementary ones, they had to have like stuff that they had to have 2 people doing it with them. Like they had like games that they had to play, but they had to have somebody else playing with them. So you imagine me, I can't play the game and help the 1st grade at the same time. So I'm like, okay, that's what I told my husband, you gonna have to get with one and then I'm gonna have to get with the other. And today I didn't really have that problem because one of my daughters was sick. So I was able to kind of spend a lot of my time with Harmony, Boo Boo Kitty, and help her with her reading and her writing and her math or whatever. But trying to do all of them at the same time with some of the stuff that they got in these packets is like, bro, what was you thinking? Schoolwork is the last of my worries right now, honey. Yesterday kept mine pretty occupied though. When I gave them some of the packets that they can do their work in, it kind of kept them quiet for a little bit. Okay, for a little bit. It helped for a little bit. So I give them their packets and the computers and here you go. Now sit down and we're going to do this work. It kept them quiet for a minute. Now as soon as they were done though, woo child, they had all the energy in the goddamn world. I was like, oh Lord, help us all. They is bouncing off my walls in here. They do work that you really do with them or don't have time. They do work that you really do with them or don't have time. Some of that stuff is work that you don't, I don't know. Some of that stuff I had to skip because I was just like, bruh, we can't do this. But the stuff that we can do, we're doing. Thank God we have books here in the house because that's another one of the things they want you to read and write summaries. And they didn't send home no books. So that's what made me feel bad for the kids that live in households where they don't have books. And they can't go to the library right now. So I'm like, really, y'all? And they only put 1 book in the packet. So thank God I've been the type of parent that whenever I go to the thrift store, I buy my kids books. So my kids have a nice little section of books. Thank God for that. Because for the ones that don't, I'm just like, y'all know that some of these people don't have this stuff. And some, you know, some kids, they just don't. They just really don't. And I've just been sitting here thinking about that the whole time. I'm just like, what about the kids that do not? And that's why I asked my son, I was like, do your friend down the street, does he have a computer? Is he able to do his work? Because if not, I was going to invite him over here so he's able to get his work done. Because again, every family cannot afford certain things. So I was just like, Jalen, does he have it? So he'll be able to, you know, I'll do what I can. Okay, that's all I can do is do what I can. But anyway, y'all, I have to go and finish cleaning up my crazy kitchen. And go check on Destiny. She's been laying in the bed. She ate this morning, thank God, but I need to go check on her. And I need to go fix lunch because they're not allowed to go in my kitchen because I have to make sure my food lasts. And they go in there, they don't know how to act. So I'm about to go in here and fix them some lunch real quick. Probably it's gonna be a sandwich. And we're gonna make it work. Just sitting here listening to you, and you are a very beautiful person. God bless you. Thank you, Dream Cake. Oh my God, I really appreciate that. My roommate is sick, so I'm not stressing that schoolwork. She is ahead of class anyway. Thank God for that. Thank God for that, honey, for the kids that are. Because it's kind of hectic. If the parents are not used to doing it, or the parents are, what about the parents that are not engaged in their kids' lives like that? Like, don't even care. I mean, it's a lot of things that have not been thought about in this scenario. You know, that's the sad part. As they could have parents that don't even care. And now they're stuck at home with nobody to help them. That is terrible. And if I mean, I don't know anybody in my neighborhood like that, but I'm just thinking just in general that there are kids out there right now like this. Just not having anything. I want your poor opinion on A Different Life about Strong Mommy Chrissy 2 videos about her eviction. I'm gonna go to the dollar. I'm gonna check the dollar store today, Dawn. I watched one, and then I half watched the other, to be honest. There's a lot of different scenarios in that situation. To be honest, there's a lot of different scenarios in that situation. But in all of the scenarios, you would have had to known something. Just period. Doesn't matter what scenario it is, they have to go to court. And what people have to understand is she was there for 6 months. Most likely, because if you have a lease, you're going to be able to fight whatever anybody's doing to you, because if you have a lease, stuff like that can't happen. So my guess is she didn't have a lease. And depending on what she was evicted for, because to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. But the thing is, I mean, I can say, listen, when you have that many kids, you have to make sure the stuff is secure. Secure. I don't know how much she was making before she got into that house for this past 6 months, I have no idea what she was making. Because to be honest, I wasn't even really watching Strong Mommy Christy like that, to be honest. But you have to be stable. You got kids like that. You got to be in a situation where you're stable enough to handle what's going on.
Hey, Mama.
Because, hey, boo-boo, I'm talking. Hey, princess. Mwah. I've been in a some children need school for some, the only place where they feel loved and important or even get a hug. That is true. All of that is true. I feel, and this is just my opinion, I feel like the reason why she even made the videos that she made was because people had already dug up her business. Which I don't feel like that's right. I don't feel like anybody should be digging up people's business. Okay, I don't care how much you don't like a person. I don't think that's okay, because at the end of the day, we do have to think about the children. Okay, you might not like Strong Mommy Christy. You might just not like her at all. But her children, her kids are innocent. They're innocent. They have nothing to do with whether you don't like their mama or whether you want to put their business out there or anything like that. They ain't got nothing to do with that. Those babies ain't got nothing to do with that. And if anything, that's all we should be thinking about at this point is the babies. Forget it. Now, I can say me personally, would I have even, I wouldn't have never left. Okay, bump the trip. I don't care nothing about a trip. Okay, because I got to make sure my kids are straight. But she says she didn't know. That's what she says. Okay. But in all scenarios, people have been through evictions before. Okay. Everybody has, not everybody, but a lot of people have been in that type of situation. I've been in that situation, but not in the same as in it was an eviction, but it wasn't an eviction because my lease was up. And then they told me they wasn't going to renew my lease because I had just recently had a baby. So then, no, I didn't pay them and I left. That's exactly what I did. So it ended up being an eviction on my thing, but it's like my lease was up. So screw y'all. I'm going to take my money, I'm going to leave. And that's exactly what I did. Because I wanted to make sure I had a house for my kids. But I would have been like, bump that trip. Bump that trip. I'm not going nowhere. But then I had to think about some stuff too. It was like, listen. In her house, some of her old videos have been popping up in my feed. And when I see her old videos, I'm like, wow, she's a completely different person. And she loved to decorate her house and do all these things. Now, if you put 2 and 2 together, did y'all see many decorations in that house? On one of her videos, when she moved into that one house, she was putting up stuff on the wall. The kids' rooms was decorated. Everything looked so nice. But in this one, I kept noticing. I said, well, she don't have much going on in here. She didn't have much furniture, much of anything, really, in that particular house. So that's why I said it probably was a short kind of thing until she was able to, and I guess until she was able to find something else. But again, like I'm saying, bump the trip, bro. I'm not going nowhere. Okay? I'm not. And I can see why people would be upset that her mom had to deal with that many kids. Okay? 8 kids. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot to deal with. And that's not okay. But you have to make sure, especially if you're going to keep having babies and keep taking pregnancy tests and this, that, and third, you got to make sure that your life is stable, because every little thing affects a child. That's just honestly speaking. There's things that I've done in my life that affects my children. Every little thing affects a child. You can think that a child's okay all day. They can be smiling, and still not be okay. Still not be okay. And I've seen a lot too. I was like, well, a lot of these, well, except for Jazzy, they kind of, stop showing their kids so much, especially Strong Mommy Chrissy. She doesn't really show her kids as much as she did in the vlogs that I was seeing from years ago. I was like, this is a big difference between that person then and this person now. Because now it's just like they come on camera to tell y'all all the craziness. And it's not about the parenting. It's not so much about the parenting anymore. It's just about all the drama. Things I noticed that too, but who am I to judge? Yeah, we're not trying to judge here. We're not going to do that. And that makes her different than what she is showing us. The last two places have very minimal decor. Yeah, but if you look at, I don't know which one it was. It was the one where she was in a house with, she had just moved in with her husband. I don't know which, because again, I didn't watch her like that. But she had moved in with her husband and she was actually decorating and everything in that house. But the house that she was in now, it was barely anything anywhere. And that's probably because it was a temporary location. But no, she's not going to tell people that it's a temporary location. Some people are ashamed to tell other people that they're living a certain type of way. You can't be ashamed or afraid to let your truth out. Because it just looks crazy when you are looking and appearing a certain type of way, but this is not what it is. That's why it's very important to be honest from the beginning. Like I said, I don't know much about Strong Mommy Chrissy because I don't really watch her like that. She doesn't really have a lot going on because I like to see the mommy vlogs myself. And I like to see some of the clean with me's. And she doesn't do much of that anymore, to be honest. At all. Like, she really doesn't. So, I don't really watch her. Hey, Monet. I think that's what Chrissy don't get. She said the kids were fine physically, but mentally and emotionally, I can't imagine. Yeah, like, I'll be... But... Kids, sometimes kids do not show. And it just depending. Some will, some will not. The younger ones probably didn't know much of what was going on, but they didn't have their mama. Me too, she's not like Jazzy or Liv. No, but even Liv is still doing some clean with me's, I see. And she still kind of show her kids, but she was trying to kind of get into that role too. And I need her to go back to the other side. I don't need her to go over here to just Drama City. Okay? I'm going to need you to stay on the mommy vlogging side. All the extra we can do without. Because it don't look right. And then, as I've seen, you got to be real careful on what you put on here. We gotta be. Woo! No, I don't have the coronavirus, you guys. It's the pollen. But you gotta be real careful. Like, I wasn't understanding why the last two videos that I seen, the one that Liv just, what was it? I think she just posted it, and it was a day in the life of mom of three. But she spent like the first, I don't know how many minutes talking about reactors again. But then you keep getting on your platform and you keep saying that I rarely address this. I don't really address this. You address it a lot. A lot. And that's just honestly speaking. You address it a lot. A freaking lot. Because I feel like that's that one thing that you have that all your subscribers just, well, not even all of them. Have you ever been in Liv's live? She does have a couple of people, okay, but they're overshadowed by a lot of other people. But she does have a couple of people that be like, listen, you need to focus on your life. You need to do this. You need to do that. She does have some good people. Then she have, you know, some people that are not good for her at all that be in there like, oh, yeah, we think it's funny that you just told somebody to suck a in front of your kid. Like, that's hilarious. I'm really like, bro, this is not funny. And y'all the problem because y'all feed that mess. And y'all overshadow the ones who are really, truly trying to give her some good advice because y'all hyping her up. Yeah, tell her, Liv, do this, do that. No. Stop telling her the wrong stuff, man. I don't care. Like, stop telling that girl that all the craziness. So when people try to come at her a different type of way, she's not going to listen because she's got, you might have 500 people in the chat. Probably about a good, maybe 3 is probably talking. Probably about 50 of them are telling her something right. But the other 250 people are hyping up this not so good behavior that she got going on. They hyping her up. That's crazy. Don't do that. That's stupid. I said, I see why. You can't, you literally got the majority that's encouraging this terrible behavior. That's not good behavior. Yep, I feel bad for Tasha because I watched Tasha. I watched Tasha's, I don't know if I finished watching that one vlog. I watch Tasha sometimes. I watch TMR sometimes. But the way that you are, but that's just a generation, you guys. That's just a generation. I can have a older person talking about me until they got darn blue in the face, but I will never come out my mouth and disrespect somebody that's older than me. But that's just me, and that's just how I was raised. Everybody does not feel the same way. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not about to be, no, you can say what you want to say, but I just don't disrespect my elders. That's just what it is. No, I'm not going to do that. But she's different. You disrespect me or you talk about me, I'm going to disrespect you back. And I'm going to talk about you back. But see, that all of that tit for tat stuff is what's got her in the position that she's in now. She shouldn't even been doing tit for tat with Gerard. Because in that video, she was like, am I not allowed to have a friend? He got his phone locked. He doing this and he doing that. Also, because Gerard wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, that gave you an excuse for you not to be the person that you're supposed to be? No, that's not how that works. You should have let Gerard be, if he wanted to be stupid, you let him be stupid. And then you leave his stupid behind and you leave him where he's at. Or send him back to where he came from, whatever. But you turn around and doing the same thing. I'm like, the marriage never really had a chance to do anything because both of y'all were doing the same stupidity. Nobody was actually trying to make it work. He was having passwords and stuff on his phone, which is not okay when you were in a marriage. Locking your phone, your spouse not knowing your passcode. None of that stuff is okay. But then Olivia rebutted that situation with having her own friend. And it was okay because I was honest about it. No, it's still not okay. You were just as disrespectful as he was. You both were disrespecting the marriage. Period. Both of you were. So the marriage never really had a chance at all. It really bothers Olivia when people talk about her and they aren't seeing what she wants to hear. Well, that's okay. She'll get over that. But just think about it. I wouldn't want someone to be judging me 24 hours and 7 days a week. But what if I'm doing something wrong? Please tell me a nice way. Yeah, no, I understand. Like I said, there are some people. Listen, don't get me wrong. There are some people on this platform that go too far. I'm not going to say that they do not. They do. And like I've told Olivia this. I told Olivia, I told her, I said, listen, there's a way to stand up for yourself. There's a way to do things. You don't want to turn into the people that are doing that to you. You don't want to turn into them. You want to be better than them. There's a way to do it. You don't have to stoop as low as they stoop to get your point across. Matter of fact, you will get your point across way, way better if you decide to do better than what they do and not get on here and do the same thing that they do. Because then people be like, dang, I want to be like Liv. Like, that girl can get on here and rock shit. What? And she gonna put you in your place. She gonna put you in your place in a proper manner. Not be as nasty as the people that are being nasty to her. Because, like I said, the tit for tat stuff ain't gonna get you far. It's just gonna continue the mess going. The mess is just gonna keep going back and forth, man. Every time you go, it's gonna be, oh, well, you said this about me, so I'm gonna say this. Oh, well, you said this, so I'm gonna do this. And it's just gonna keep going back and forth, man. That's pointless. That's crazy. Don't put out stuff that you don't want people to speak on. Period. Things that mean a lot to you, keep it to yourself. But whether you tell her nice or not, she doesn't want to listen. That I have seen. She is one of those people that have to learn the hard way. I have seen that. I just don't like the lies. I can't believe anything else after that. I see everything from reactors now. Well, she's kind of still saying that nobody's caught her in a lie, which is a lie. But again, I don't wish bad on none of these ladies. I just want them to do better. Some of these reactors, I unsubscribed from some of them that I felt like were taking things too far. I had to back off because we're not helping at this point. You're being crazy. It's not helping. Are you really here to help people, or you just here for see? There's a difference. You got to understand the people that you're watching. Some people are here just to do things for entertainment. Some people come on here and speak what they want to speak because they're actually trying to help people. Which those people are far and few in between. Okay? You have people that just want to just, hey, I make money by talking junk, so that's what I'm going to do. You got some people like that, which to each his own. But there is lines that you shouldn't cross or things that you shouldn't say. Just like you try to tell Olivia, there's lines that you shouldn't cross and things that you shouldn't say. But you have to be careful with karma. It doesn't matter if you learned your lesson from all the crap that you talked about Chrissy. You're still going to get the karma back from when you talked about Chrissy. It doesn't matter how much you changed your life after you talked about Jazz. You're going to get your karma back from talking about Jazz. Just because you don't do it anymore does not mean that karma is not going to come back on you. And you got to take it. Then she claims to be changed and doesn't want the drama. And we've seen that how many times? How many times have we seen that? And then you get right on there. Instead of coming on your platform and letting people know that being in that type of relationship is not okay. Dealing with those type of things that you was dealing with is not okay. The things that Gerard said to you is not okay. I don't care how much you fed up. I've said this 15,000 times. It's not okay. But instead of doing that and focusing on that, you decided to get on your platform and talk about a reactor. Because you were upset and you were mad that everybody took Gerard, but people were taking, not everybody, because I sure didn't, because right is right and wrong is wrong, and Gerard was wrong for what he said to Liv, and Liv was wrong for what she did to Gerard, but Gerard took 10 steps to the left and he should have never went that way. But you have people that are just defending the situation, and I can understand how that would probably make her feel some type of way. But people have different opinions. You're going to run across people that just don't think like how you think or don't act like how you act. That's the world, okay? Everybody in the world is not the same. But I felt like you should have used that time to actually talk about something else. But I feel like she needed something to let that anger out on. Then she was like, everybody wants to put Gerard on a pedestal. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You will not get to do that. You put Gerard on a pedestal because everybody was telling you that you told people that he was beating on you before. So everybody was like, you don't need to marry him, this, that, and the third. But in order for you to get what you wanted, You had to come back and you had to be like, listen, it wasn't like that. I mean, this did happen, but then you tried to like soften it up and you tried to make it look a little bit sweeter. So then people would be rooting for you and people would, say, okay, go ahead. All right, y'all gonna marry each other. But now that it's going left, now you want people to jump back on the Gerard hate bandwagon. And no. You and Gerard both have a lot of growing to do. Y'all focus on the wrong things. Matter of fact, y'all were focusing on each other a little bit too much when you should have both been focusing on your children. And they're probably going to take this the wrong way, but this is what it is. Gerard was focusing on getting attention from other people that he should not have been trying to get attention from, when he should have been focused on getting attention from his kids and from his wife. And Olivia, when you were not getting what you needed from Gerard, you decided to put your focus on another whole man. Not okay. You were not a girlfriend. And Gerard wasn't a boyfriend. But y'all both went into a marriage with a boyfriend-girlfriend mentality. And that did not help. Gerard looks like, because again, Gerard is wrong for what he did. I feel like he has some potential if you put him around some people that can show him how you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to act. And this is how I live my life. When you want your life to go a certain way, you have to surround yourself with what you want. I can't say that I want to live a better life if I'm steady rocking with people that just do whatever the H they want, whenever the H they want to do it. That does not help me. If I want my marriage to be a nice marriage, then guess what? I'm going to hang out with married people that's done been through some things that know what's going on. That's what I'm going to do. That's what you have to do. And you have to eliminate, no matter how much you get your feelings hurt and how much you feel like you want to reach out to somebody else, you have to take a step back. You have to take a step back. Look. All right, how can I make this work? Now, I'm not saying that anybody should have to work through somebody putting their hands on them, because they don't. And they shouldn't. They should not have to do that. But if this is just a whole, you was on the phone with somebody else, or you want to go hang out with your friend, that's the kind of stuff that you have to work through in a marriage. You can't just walk away and leave. You have to work through those things. But in order for you to work through those things, you have to surround yourself with the right type of people. And you have to put yourself in the right type of situations. Honey, I learned everything that I know from going through what I've been through, okay? Because I am a little bit older than Liv, not too much, a little bit older, from going through what I went through, because I didn't always do things right. I'm not going to sit on here like on this platform like, no. I had to learn. But the whole point of learning is to actually change it. Like, once I know what's going on, then you got to change it. You can't keep going through the same cycle and keep saying that you know, because you don't know nothing. But I learned that stuff from my mom. You know, my mom taught me a lot. And sometimes I didn't listen to her. And then I got myself in hot water. You know what I'm saying? So this is me trying to help other people not get themselves in hot water. Sometimes people will listen, sometimes they won't. It's crazy. I thought they really wanted to do better, and they were worse than they were before. Yes. Well, all I have to say is, if she really loved him, let him go. That relationship is toxic. Absolutely. Or either go get the actual help. That means you got to shut down whoever Maurice is. You got to shut down Maurice. Okay, Maurice, you can't call my phone. Okay, no. And he got to shut down them little biddies on that side. You got to cut people out, bro. You cannot. You cannot. That's a young-minded thing to do. He's not giving me attention, so I'm about to go find it from somewhere else. That's a young-minded thing to do. You can't do that. Because things get hard in a relationship. Sometimes my spouse, I be wanting to choke him. Like, dude, you've been on the PlayStation. I'm going to need you to pay attention to me. Now, I can go a whole nother way with that thing. And I could have called whoever and did whatever. But That's not going to get us nothing but in more craziness. That's not going to do nothing but create more mess. You have a level of maturity that some women aren't ready for. Well, thank you, India. I appreciate that. I just try, honey. I just try. You have to learn. Like I said, I've made mistakes. Okay? I've made mistakes. I've made my mistakes. I haven't always done things the way I'm supposed to do things. Yes, marriage is work and compromise, and neither of them want to do that. I've been with my husband for 13 years and married for 8 years. Not easy. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. But then, like me and my spouse now, when I say I had to change my life, me being on Instagram was not helping my marriage. Because every time, this is what happens. I want PSA for anybody that's listening. This is what happened. With me being on my Instagram page and so many guys thinking I was cute, I was this, I was that. Anytime my husband did something to me, it automatically clicks in your head. Well, I can do better. I can have somebody better. I don't have to deal with you. And then you, like I said, you end up creating more mess. I had to dial back from that, which I had dialed back before. But I had to really just be like, you know what? Enough is enough. And I had to pull the plug on it. But I realized that earlier on within it. And I had to battle with those thoughts in my head. Because those thoughts would come up like, yo, what I need you for? I can go here and I can find anybody. What you mean? But that type of mentality was not helping my marriage. I don't know, boo-boo. Go look in the... Go look on my computer. I can't see it, boo-boo. The devil was definitely working on my mind. Okay? Because, you know... I'm not ugly, so I had plenty of people. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's that stuff that you have to combat with. Like, no, this is not okay. Okay? Because this is not okay. Not okay, Tiffany. Because any little thing, something else will look better. Oh my God, just sitting there and you've been on your phone for 30 minutes and then you think about that one person that was giving you that attention for 10 straight minutes. I mean, it's just, it's craziness. Okay. That's what be going on. You have to cut all that off. The men are always available. And if you listen, another lesson. If you tell men what's going on, oh, he don't show me attention. Oh, he don't send me those text messages. Oh, he don't call me. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to do exactly what you're telling them that your other man don't do. But they're only doing that so they can get you. Because they honestly don't do it either. Okay? Understand what I'm saying to you. They will sit up there and do exactly what you are complaining about so they can get into your lives. I'm telling you, I've been married for 7 years and I was not very smart about it in the beginning. I was for a little while because I was still in church in the first beginning. But then when my husband started doing things that I was not okay with, I started wavering and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I made mistakes. But I'm telling you what I've learned. It's so much better to just, doing a tit for tat, that hurts your feelings. That makes you feel, after a while, it'll weigh on you. But when you're doing things in the right way, you walk around a little bit lighter. You know what I'm saying? Walk around lighter like that. Surround yourself with strong, positive women, not the ones that exactly. You definitely have to do that. That's why when I talk to people for one, that's not going to sugarcoat nothing with me, aka my best friend. Okay, she going to tell me when I'm wrong. She going to be like, now girl, you know you was wrong for doing that. And I'd be like, dang, now I got to go apologize. But I surround myself with people like that. I don't need no amen choir. That is not what I want. Oh, girl, you always, no, I don't want that. And I stay real close to my mom, because my mama, she'll tell me too. And so will my daddy. He will let me know in a heartbeat. Tiffany, you don't need to be doing that. I don't care, I'm his daughter or not. If I call him with a situation that's going on with my marriage, because my mom and them have been married for 20-something years, if I call them, my daddy gonna let me know if I'm doing something wrong. And then I have to fix it. Or he gonna let my husband know, you were wrong for that. And he gonna have to fix it. But it takes us getting toxic people out the way. You can't have toxic people messing around, putting their hands in stuff that they don't know nothing about. Stop listening to people that ain't never been married. Stop listening. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Listening to single people get you in trouble too, because sometimes they don't have your best interests at heart. They don't know about what you're talking about because they never been through it. I honestly think that they could make it work, but Gerard needs some goddamn anger management. I am going to put that out there. He needs some anger management, but Liv needs some therapy. Now, if they both went through that, I think they could be a beautiful family. Because from what I've seen, it looks like Gerard has her back. I mean, he comes home and washes dishes for you when you're sick because whatever, you know. I mean, but he still probably has his jacked up moments. What man doesn't? Some of them do. They just need guidance. They need the right type of guidance. Thank you, Shauna. People tell you what you want to hear, but you already knew what it was. Yeah, you will not tell me what I want to hear. Don't do that. I look for those who is going to give me the truth. I don't look for people. And even then so you might get upset about it. But that's when you have to sit and you got to think and you got to process. All right, what are they telling me? What do I need to look at? It takes a lot of humbleness to get through a lot of things. You do have to humble yourself. Okay? You do. You do. But not only you, so does your partner. If that foundation is jacked up, you might just tear it all down and start from scratch. Okay? It can be done. It can be done. It took you know what I'm saying? It's different things. You know what I'm saying? My husband is having to learn day by day because he didn't really have that role model. I lived a different life than even he lived. We both had single moms, but we both still grew up way different. So it took him getting people put in his life that could help him. My dad, for one. My dad helps him out a lot. And then now we're back in the church or whatever, and he's coming across the church men that'll be able to help him. And now he's starting to realize, okay, I might not be able to hang with so-and-so and such all the time because they're not moving the same way I'm moving. I'm married. I can't move the same way they move. And this probably could have been fixed a long time ago, but when people being hard-headed, aka me, okay, because I was being hard-headed. When you're being hard-headed, stuff don't work out right. It don't work out right when you're being hard-headed. And I was hard-headed. And when you have two hard-headed people, scenario, as you can see, as what we're talking about, that situation does not work out the way it's supposed to work out. Okay? Can't have a bunch of hard-headed people. But when I say I pray for her, I do. Because I want her, I really just felt like I was in that chat when she was going off on Tasha. And I was just trying to say in the chat too, you need to focus on your kids. And woo child, but her subscribers some of them was a little cray-cray. And I'm like, y'all really laughing at the fact that she just said this very disgusting thing in front of her daughter? It's not okay. It's not okay. Because Lord knows we don't need baby Rah-Rah telling somebody to do what her mama was saying. Okay, we don't. Because kids, you know how kids are. Kids say the darndest things, honey, and they repeat the darndest things. And when you already have CPS and this, that, and the third, honey, you need to cut down and limit as much as possible. Period. Because you don't want your kids saying that, oh, well, mama was doing this and mama was doing that. Now you got to cut that down. You don't have to be the bad person with him. Let him be a bad person by himself. You don't have to be as nasty and as negative as some of the reactors that you dislike. Let them be nasty and negative by themselves. Because your true supporters ain't watching them anyway. Boo-boo kitty. Look at this little girl. You hungry? Come on, let's go fish your sandwich.
I've been hungry the whole time.
Why you ain't say nothing?
Because you didn't ask me.
I didn't ask you. So I have to ask you?
Yeah.
I have to say, boo-boo. Boo-boo, you hungry? I'm surprised this thing ain't messed up yet, but y'all know it's coming. Y'all know it's coming.
Bella, is it a cat? Is it a cat?
Get the turkey out, boo-boo.
Okay, I love turkey sandwich. Without cheese.
Without cheese?
Yeah, I hate cheese.
You hate cheese.
Where is the turkey, Mama?
Right in the drawer. The top drawer. Not that one. But anyway, oh yeah, it's probably messed up. Let me get off of here.
This turkey.
I'm going to fix Boo-Boo a sandwich. Let me get off. I've been on here entirely too long, child. Bye, y'all. If you can hear me, say bye. Bye. Let's see.
This is the most